In today's video, I am going to break down the Tai Chi movement that's called waving hands in clouds, cloud hands or wave hands. It's all the same movement. There are variations depending on the style and the form that you are doing, but I hope that this video will explain the basics of the movement. First of all, the arms, the weight distribution, and then the foot positioning as we move our feet. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight in. First of all, remind yourself about the best posture during your Tai Chi practice. We're trying to elongate the spine as if we are suspended from the ceiling, and meanwhile we're grounding our weight into the floor. We're keeping our body aligned. Focusing then on the arm positioning, I'm going to do it mirror image. So if you take your left hand and place it on a tabletop just to the side of you here, and my right hand coming up in front of me, a natural curve, keeping the wrist nice and straight and strong. I am going to twist my waist to the corner of my own square, so not too far, just within your own comfort zone. I'm twisting my waist to the left. And I haven't moved my arms, but they've moved across my body. And this is a across the body position here. Then I'm going to twist my waist into the other corner. And thereby I've ended up with an open position towards the front here. At the end of this movement, I am going to do a wave. So that means that this top right hand palm is going to turn to face out as if I'm waving. And the other hand that's moved along the tabletop as the waist has turned, I'm going to turn to face upwards. So it happens at the same time, so we wave. The arms are then going to swap positions. So this right hand drops down to the tabletop and the left hand comes up to hold the mirror. I can focus on my palm again, and because my waist is already twisted to the corner, my left hand here is across the body. Now twisting to the left hand corner, and then we're going to add that wave. Swapping the hands and twisting over to the right hand corner and wave. And we swap. I'm keeping it really simple. There's lots of layers to Tai Chi, but once you've grasped this general movement, it should help you while you are practicing the form, and then you can add the different layers with regards to the refinements of the positioning and the feeling and the internal energy that we can add, that really adds that value to our Tai Chi. Okay, so once we get to here, we'll do the wave. Now adding our weight transference. So putting your feet a good hip width apart in a nice parallel stance, we're grounding our feet into the floor. Taking your hands and placing them in that initial arm position. So left hand on the tabletop, right hand holding the mirror in front of me, and I'm going to twist my waist to that left hand corner. I am also going to transfer some weight into this left leg here. So bending my knee and transferring the weight. Again, keeping any of these movements within your own comfort zone, making sure that it's comfortable and safe for your own knee. Now we're going to twist the waist like we did before, but we're also going to transfer our weight across to the right hand side. So the movement becomes bigger, and then we do the wave. We're swapping our hands, and then we're going to take it all the way back the other way. So twisting that waist towards the left, and at the same time we're transferring the weight, and we wave. We swap. We're transferring the weight, and then we're twisting the waist as well. And if you can see, my arms actually aren't moving. It's that transfer of the weight and the twist of the waist that takes the hands to the other corner. Let's keep going. So transferring the weight, twisting the waist and wave. And swap, transferring the weight, twisting the waist and wave. Let's let's do one more on each side. Transfer. So all my weight now, about 70% of my weight is in my right leg. I'm doing the swap and then I'm taking it over, and again 70% of my weight is now going into my left leg as I wave. Moving on to the foot positioning and the stepping. So again, start with your feet hip width apart, grounding your weight into the floor. We've got our arms in the same starting position, so left hand down, right hand up, and I'm just twisting my weight to the left hand side, transferring my weight into that left leg. So I'm going to transfer my weight and twist my waist towards the right. Now once I'm ready to wave, I've got about 70% of my weight in this right leg, which means that I'm able to release this left foot and bring it in and step in. And I do that at the same time as my wave. I'm going to swap my hands, so we've swapped position, transferring my weight across and twisting my waist. So now 70% of my weight is in this left leg, and I am going to step out and wave with my right foot. I'm going to swap, take it across. So wherever my arms are, it's the other leg that then can release and step in as we wave, and then we swap, take it across, and we're going to step out. And let's do one more. So we're transferring our weight, we're twisting that waist, we're ready to wave here, and let's go the other way. So this time, most of my weight here on the left leg, so I can step in with that right leg as I wave. We swap the hands, we're taking them across. I'm going to step out and wave, we swap, we take them across. With our transfer of weight and the twist of the waist, we step in and wave, we swap, we take them across. We're going to step out and wave, and then this time we're just going to take them across. So it's the transfer of the weight and the twist of that waist that takes the arms over to the wave. Couple of tips that class members have come up with just to help your memory while you're doing your wave hands. When you're transferring that weight and the hands are moving across, you have the top hand facing your face and the bottom hand facing the floor. They do the opposite then when we wave, and then once we swap again, we've got the top hand facing my face and the bottom hand facing the floor as they're travelling across. Ideally, you know where your weight is, because that is part of our Tai Chi principles, is the weight distribution and weight transference. But if you got a bit confused, if you've moved your arms over to the left hand side, for example, it's the opposite foot, so the right foot, that will be ready to move in or move out. So if I've moved my hands across to the right hand side, I know then that it's the opposite leg, my left leg, that's going to step in or step out. Final part to this video, I want to talk modifications and progressions. So as a fully qualified personal trainer and fitness professional, as well as a qualified Tai Chi and Qigong instructor, my approach to Tai Chi is very much keeping the movements in a safe and comfortable position for everybody. So I always encourage everybody to listen to their own body, to think about their limitations and move within their own comfort zone. We're not going to overstretch, we're not trying to outdo anybody, we're not trying to take ourselves too far. Always keep it within our comfort zone, and I always come back to that. You can keep this movement, it can be a bit sore if you've got sore shoulders, so you can just keep it smaller. Keep the arms smaller. Keep them lower if that's more comfortable. You can still round it off and you can still get that twist of the waist. It's absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be a big movement. It can be lower, it can be smaller. So another place for you to do it here. I'm not looking for perfect Tai Chi technique, But what I want you to do is find a position that will be comfortable and safe for you personally, which means that you can really enjoy Tai Chi and get other benefits from it. Modifications for your legs. Now this transfer of the weight, or the stepping in and out, the grounding and sinking of our weight down into the legs may not be too good for you. It might not be comfortable for your knees or your hip joints. So a good modification here in any Tai Chi, and particularly in this move, is to just keep it more upright, not really sinking lots of weight into them and not bending them too far. So I'm just going to keep it nice and upright, and again, I can still visualize and still think about my weight being in my left leg and transferring over to my right without physically doing that to a big extreme. We can still do the upper body by twisting that waist. Think about where your weight is transferring into and then just step in. Just make it a lot smaller, keeping it a lot more upright so there's less bend in the legs, which means that there's less pressure and stress on your knees. There's less challenging for your leg muscles, and hopefully you will find somewhere where you can do this in your own comfort zone. So we go the other way. So again, not really bending my knees, keeping the whole movement of my lower body just to a very small scale, so it's not too physically demanding and I can keep it well within my own limitations, and it's safe for me to practice and enjoy my Tai Chi. Progression for the legs. Now this is where you can really challenge your leg strength, and I would take a slightly wider than hip width stance so you can really sink down and ground your weight into the floor. So with a big deep knee bend here, and we can transfer our weight over with our left hand down and our right hand across. So quite a lot of weight here now in this left leg. We're going to transfer over and we're keeping that low level. So my leg muscles are really working now and holding that bend. We're taking it across. Big twist of the waist, big transfer of the weight, and stepping out a much longer stride here so we can get a big deeper movement. So it's a lot more physically demanding and it will challenge your leg strength. Again, I would suggest only doing this if this fits and suits you, keeping it within your own limitations, but it's somewhere where you can head for once you're getting and building more strength, really keeping that big, deep knee bend as we're doing our cloud hands, transferring that weight. So you really feel it in your major muscles, and that's a bit more of a challenging progression for you. I hope this video has been helpful. Give us a like and comment below. Let me know how you're getting on, and if there's any Tai Chi movements that you feel this kind of step-by-step video will help to grasp those basics so that you can enjoy your Tai Chi form and all your Tai Chi practice. Please support me and subscribe to the channel. That way I know you want some more of these videos. I've enjoyed spending some time with you today and look forward to seeing you again.